19th, here in Upton. Do a quick invocation if anybody would care to.
Heavenly Father, we come before you now as Board of Commissioners here in Weston County, asking for guidance and direction. As mentioned in Matthew 28:20, you are always with us, and we are also asking you to be with us today in this meeting. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Rear, would you like to lead the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Barry. For you have an agenda, there's a couple changes I have. Nick won't, or Mayor Trannell won't make it. He's got an emergency to attend to on the 9:50. And then employee handbook at 10:50. We need to move that, I think maybe to after the coroner discussion and have a little executive session, 164405A, discussion. And then Kara just texted me, she may want to call him during the urban easement. She just said that Max is emailing her right now over some things he may have discovered. So that's just FYI, not really changed anything, but do they have anything else on here? That's it.
Under old business, we might have a discussion about the EMS district.
Yeah. You want to do it during that? You know it's not.
Oh, we can do it up there at 9:50. So,
What about that, Gilbert clarification?
Oh, yeah.
He just needs to know if he can put in for that grant.
Yeah.
He can do that at 9:52.
Okay. Gilbert's been working with, and getting a generator for the courthouse, so we'll give a brief update on that. Anybody got anything else? All right.
To approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Motion properly seconded. All those, or any discussion, I'm sorry. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Minute, or I guess public comment. Is there any public comment? Yes, Paul.
this won't take but a minute. I just wanted to basically commend the city of Upton. Last night, we had that EMS district meeting. It was well attended. The people that had come, there was, Brittany, what, about 20? Which surprised me that many came. They asked some good questions. A couple of them were things I had never thought of. And Shane did a great job with Campbell County Health answering those questions, but I just think that the city really came out and made that meeting a very good success.
Thanks, Walter. Thank you. Well said. Any other public comment? All right, minutes of August 5th, 2021.
We'll come back to this one because I don't know why I have that on there. Under board appointment for the airport board, can we put the commissioner board and recuse himself from the vote?
Yeah, there's something funky in there
I
with,
didn't know if I needed to do that or if he did it because he's a board member.
I would put it because if it's not in here, I think it shows that he voted for himself.
I did recuse myself.
Because he's not reappointing Commissioner Borton, he's appointing Garrett Borton. He's not appointing Commissioner Borton to the board.
But Commissioner Borton is appointing.
No,
Airport.
Vice Chairman Wagner moved to reappoint Garrett Borton. He's not appointing Commissioner Garrett Borton. He's just appointing Garrett Borton as a citizen. That's why I did not appoint Commissioner Borton.
And he did recuse himself.
No,
But Garrett did recuse himself.
oh, I see. I thought you were saying to put reappoint Commissioner Garrett Borton.
No, I just wanted that.
Gotcha, okay.
Recuse himself.
Gotcha, okay.
Under coroner on the third page, mark out after, it says for a building that was theirs, put owned by the county, just for clarification. Okay, under the Upton easement update, you put that I recused myself from the meeting. No, there's one under Commissioner comment. Third paragraph, Vice Chairman Wagner. Fourth sentence, it says, go after Becky. I would put Clerk Hadlock. That's all I have. And who knows what this one is for?
Okay.
We'll get to that another time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Something here, I'm not remembering where it was.
Maybe the apostrophe on no levies, but that's that.
Any other changes or additions?
Move to approve the minutes of August 5th, 2025 as amended.
Second.
Motion properly seconded to approve the minutes as amended for August 5th, 2025. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have a resignation letter from Mr. Pashadi for the Mallow Board. It says to whom it may concern, Mallow Board is doing great things and has potential for huge success. I'm thankful that I got to be a part of this board, but I regret to say that I will be resigning from my position as a treasurer and a member of the Mallow Board.
Move to approve the resignation of Colby Prashadi from the Mallow Board with regret.
Second.
Motion properly seconded to remove Mr. Pashadi from the Mallow Board. Yes, ma'am.
Could we write him as I think we should with everybody, I think we do, but thank you for his service. Please.
Yeah, I will, get something put together. It's a bummer to me, he seems like a guy that would have been well fit, good fit for that. those in favor of, Mr. Bishotti's resignation letter being approved, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Savara. Dear Weston County Commissioners, I, Robert C. Savara, would like to be reappointed to the Mondale Field Airport Board. I believe we are accomplishing major tasks, i.e. the new hangar build project. It is my desire to see this and other improvements completed into the future.
Make the motion to reappoint Robert Severo to the airport board.
Properly seconded, discussion.
Mr. Chair, I'll recuse myself from this vote.
Thank you, Gary. Yes, sir.
That seems like he's a good fit on that board, gets along well, just moving forward.
Yeah. All those in favor of appointing Mr. Savara to the airport board, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we're humming along here. Record cases.
It's gonna derail now.
Yeah,
The shot.
I could read this. Doc 00.06.
Will derail us.
Yeah.
The opioid account amount just go up because we did see more money, so we don't know what amount went up.
That's what this one is.
Well, no, there's a lot from the previous meeting of what you guys did in the last meeting, the opioid amount went up.
So this is the resolution 2518. It's an amendment to the 25-26 budget. And what happened, we had some miscommunication, I think, with law enforcement when we were working on the budget this last fall, or somehow, we missed a few things, and so we've added $2,500 to general finance admin, or we were taking $2,500, I'm sorry, out of general finance and adding it to attorney office equipment. Tech. All right. Which will have an expenditure of $3,000, and then $34.24 from general finance admin account into law enforcement inmate program, which is the inmates' money that they buy snacks with and whatnot when they're on good behavior. And then we'll move $1,000 from general finance into general sheriff new equipment, and $64 from general finance and adding that to general law enforcement tower rent. And then, 1,160, got a typo there. 1,100, is it $1,162?
Is that how much we got with?
11,000, yeah. $1,162 from general finance into general sheriff public relations. $250 from general finance to general law maintenance agreement.
And then the opioid.
Yeah.
Whereas-
2,600.
Oh.
20,000. So very much so.
And 20,000.
She's got 1,1162. Just an extra one.
Yeah,
But column
the
one.
one down below.
Yeah, one below, right. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. 1,162. Okay.
You want to? There's only 3 spots, I'm not 4.
So,
Maybe it's going to get $11,000.
Bill.
Y'all need to initial the
do you get a
changes.
favor?
Huh?
You get a favor?
Got it?
Okay, so.
There's a down here. Vote to approve resolution 2025-18, amendment to the 2025-2026 budget with the descriptions given by our chairman.
Second?
Motion properly seconded to approve board signature on the 2025-18 amendment to the 25-26. Any discussion? Yes, Mark?
Can you tell me, does the inmate money come in as a collection from the church?
I don't know that. I was wondering why it even,
I mean, that seems odd to me that.
Mr. Chairman,
yes, ma'am.
my understanding is that inmates have people put money on their accounts, so a dad or a mom might come in, put $20 on their kid's account while they're incarcerated, and they can use that for commissary and different things. I think there was an error in taking that out of the budget line item. This is not the county's money, it's the inmates' money.
I fully understand that, but my question is, does the money come to the treasurer's office?
I don't know where that's stored.
That would have to look and see, because it should be a budget adjustment every single time money is put in those accounts.
That's what I'm after, is that should be a collection that's being taken in, and if we're putting it out through our budget.
And it's not, and it should be listed out on
Right.
the sheet.
Out of curiosity, why put it, I mean, I understand you want to account for the money, but I don't understand why it would end up in the treasurer's office necessarily, and into the county budget, other than accounting for the money. But
No, they didn't.
Other than your bathroom, they control the sheriff's office, that.
Yeah, right.
Unaccountable.
It has to be, right?
Yeah, way to drive somewhere.
Coffee can funds, copy funds, any type of those type of funds are big no-nos.
Yeah, that's like, it's probably why.
And then you'd have a double expenditure. You'd have a chance of having a double expenditure. There's only one that's not accounted.
Seems like it should be an easier way to do that.
Common sense is just a convenience store. That's all I have to say.
I know Dan Hills was talking about this issue, just thinking about the accounts that we could keep, so he maybe want to get in touch with us, see how we can do that.
I'd like to comment, buddy. Okay, any, or was there a motion made? Any other discussion? All those in favor of the board signature on resolution 2025-18, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No, we have it down here waiting to sign for it.
Opposed?
I said no.
Yeah.
So that was given to me afterwards, I'm sorry. And see if you guys want the copy. Even though the email
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'd like some clarification on
So chairman's signature on preliminary plat application, this is the one you're talking about?
that.
Plat application per request from the city of Newcastle. Matt Goodson, so Matt Goodson, with EA Engineering Associates, sent an email to Becky, the city of Newcastle, asked for a signed application for the lot division. Before then, it used to the chairman so he can sign that. Sorry, the city gave me these after I submitted the map to them. Okay.
So you guys signed that when he gave it to the city after you guys signed it, and then this application was given to them to fill out the application for the spot plan.
So my assumption is that this is the piece of paper you're supposed to fill out to start the process.
Right.
Two different pieces of paper. Right.
Is the city not have a planning and zoning?
So basically, this is an after the fact.
I guess, Mr. Chairman, we just have to put in our memory banks to ask about if it went through county planning and zoning, if not applicable, that it went through city planning and zoning, and perhaps we won't have to go through this, putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah. One of those areas that say there's $150.
Yeah, there's a fee in there.
And I assume that's tied to the landowner?
Yes. Application fee, $150 for subdivisions, up to 10 lots, and $20 per lot thereafter.
What's that?
I mean, it's already done.
Well, I think that question needs to be asked, because I need to have a question, a little bill come before us. I mean, the discussion, the idea of having these come before us is that the idea that we dotted all the i's and crossed all the t's and put all the, and doing everything bass backwards just seems, no. This seems,
Mr. Chairman, what, was this that,
this,
down by, this right there, is that the one we're talking about? Thank you.
well, I got mine.
Just out of curiosity.
I'm curious.
I'm not supposed to fill out, I'm just supposed to put my name on this without filling out any of
I'm
this?
curious as to why you're signing something that says City of Newcastle.
And I'm not gonna approve something, you just signing without it being filled out.
It's just blank. So they're asking you to sign something that's blank.
I think they're asking us to fill out that application for that map that that Matt did. But the county doesn't even own that anymore.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
mean, what I recall from it, and I have only had one donut, so maybe my sugar level's not quite high enough yet. But, what I recall is this was a cleanup, and that we were just, like we're doing with a couple other things, that we're just cleaning it up so that in the future it's understood what will happen and all that. Now it seems to me that we have had someone else make a decision for us that we have a subdivision and wants us to fill out a form that we didn't instigate.
So, right below where they're asking for my signature, it says if subdivider applicant is someone other than the owner, the landowner must sign application also, or provide proof to the city that the person below has permission to subdivide his property. So, they're the subdivider, aren't they? I mean, they own the property,
They sold the property.
yeah.
I'm wondering, again, like you said, maybe it's a cleanup process because you guys owned it originally, and now it's gone to this other guy, they're wanting the county signature as the landowner before. I guess that'd be the question to ask them, is that why they're presenting this to you, is to kind of clean up something because you guys used something in? And maybe something wasn't done correctly.
I see it, you haven't seen it.
I haven't.
Take a quick look at it. And are we then supposed to pay $150 for?
I think, table till we get a little more clarification on what's going on. If they're gonna assess the $150 fee to us or whatever.
Yeah. 100% okay with that.
Get some more clarification.
By the way, there's donuts back there. Marty Bach.
Pretty bad.
Marty Bach, yeah.
Do you need another donut, Mary? I'll bring you up.
What could happen? You'll know when I start to do the stare.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
you'll recognize it, because your mom probably did.
You don't want the look.
If I see the look, I'll go there, donut.
Can you just have?
You're a woman, you're immune to that look.
No, I'm not. I don't care.
So, Mr. Sherwood, for the clarification, I just, so the movement of this, shall we have a motion to table it so that will be addressed next time?
Yep.
So, Mr. Chairman, I move that we table the preliminary, well, we'll just, not even use that word, the plat application for request from the city of Newcastle and Matt Goosen until the next meeting.
Second.
Motion to table the preliminary plat application for request for the city of Newcastle, Matt Goodson. Probably seconded. Any other discussion? In favor, please say aye. Opposed? You folks are up.
Awesome. You just killed me.
Yeah.
Probably gonna say
How's it going?
Good.
Oh, I hate something.
Here's what happens, is we're all gonna do this.
So how are y'all doing?
So, fair's over, 2025 fair is over. Went there off very well. We had some odd weather for the end of July, end of August, but all the junior livestock, fair board, everybody who was associated with all that stuff, the planning, we moved accordingly and everything went pretty well. The big highlights from fair, the junior livestock sale was, I can't say record highs, but I mean, it was a good sale for the kids and stuff. Everything went good. We had our static exhibits. Our numbers were, I don't know the stats on them, but they were definitely up quite a bit. We were kind of.
4-H was up and the open class was down because there was a glitch in the system and they couldn't do it online. They said it was closed for the open class and it shouldn't have been. So it was closed. So we fixed that. And everybody was happy and
the facilities, the arenas, they were good throughout the week. For all the events, good from fair, after fair. We've had good feedback on everything. We had a meeting last week. Kind of just go over a few of the hard light items we had to deal with. And then working on kind of just where we're going from here, you know, like our meeting, we kind of briefly threw out there to brainstorm on, you know, what's our goals for our 1-year goal, our 3-year goal, and our 5-year goals. What do we want the facility to look like? What kind of events do we want to bring in? What kind of what's our objective? You know, to try to bring in some events and some revenue to the community. Then also we're working on doing a public walkthrough of the fairgrounds.
The best way to know the world is to read your local paper. And I'm going to give you another hint, being a paper boy. When you get your local paper, like my mom used to do, put the front section away and go to the metro section. That's where all the great dirt is. So you read the metro section, and you will start to become so much smarter than the kids that are just academically debating, right? It'll be common sense and street smarts.
Really quick, last question. We got to welcome Secretary Nome.
So yeah, Kristi Noem was the next guest to take the stage there. But boy, again, I mean, none other than President Donald Trump is committed to a printed newspaper. I mean, as fan clubs go, I'll take that one in the whole modern political landscape. Donald Trump, Megyn Kelly, Steve Bannon, and Charlie Kirk, at least in Wyoming, I guess. Those are some pretty powerful names supporting printed newspapers.
Also, we're working on doing a public walkthrough of the fairgrounds, which we'd really love for you guys to do that. We don't have a date or time set for you, but working on something like that. For everyone to walk through and see kind of what everybody thinks, what we focus on and stuff like that. We do have a few changes to members of the board. We have one put in
Resignation, take him put his resignation. We also have a lady that's interested.
Okay. We'll add that to next meeting. How's the facility holding up as far as?
Good, there's a electrical box that I'm kind of worried about because it's in the line of the washout of the rock wall. And it's kind of like this.
It's starting to lean pretty good.
And every time it rains, it gets.
When you say electrical box, define that a little better.
It's
in between.
it's like a junction box above ground.
A large junction box,
It's
just a small one.
small one.
On the east side of the grandstands, there's a pedestal there.
Yeah.
Conduit comes up into that box. You guys have it, where does that run to?
Those two things.
I believe it goes over towards the crow's nest. There's something, no. The line that goes through the crow's nest goes right to the ring. So that's not it.
There is a map out there at the fairgrounds that shows the electrical lines, but I'm not sure where it's at. We can let you know where it goes.
Is it just on a post?
Yep.
And as the area is caving in, it's leaning away from that. Is more of the wall falling down?
Yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago. 3-4 weeks ago, one of those heavy rains came through. It really took a chunk out. We kind of cleaned up a little bit what we could, not to disturb the integrity of it. We were right before fair, so we couldn't get too deep into it. Our 2 part-timers out there took care of it for now. That the way the part-time deal is working, it's been working really well. Been getting things done. Now since fairs, the fair is over, there's going to be some more to-do items to just the basis of the facility, including the open class, building, and just honestly some prep from there. Like the hard projects we don't do.
And I'm also gonna bring up the sinking fund again. I would really like to have one set up somehow for the money that we bring in, so we can at least try to get that rock wall fixed in the future. So, if there's a possibility of that. I know,
If we create a line item, have Suzie create a line item, I know it's not a major ordeal, right, to establish it. I don't think.
I have a concert about it, so it's her sister.
Yeah, her
I was gonna say, she said that, like, guys, I'll go through them.
How do you, I guess my only concern with it is, I mean, I guess you could say in a meeting and it's in the minutes that is what it is. Do you have to designate it as that in any other format that you're aware of, just so that for future reference to other boards, that that's what that is and it's not something else?
I would think that the name of it would be, what it's for, and quite obvious that it's rock wall, or rock retention wall at Weston County Fairgrounds. And I'm sure at some point it would have to be put in our budget because it's a budgetary item. At some point it would be pulled out and put back in. So it'd be somewhat probably like a reserve account. Because we'd have to, when we went to spend it, we'd have to bring it back into the budget in order to spend it. But I don't see where it would be that big of a deal. And Mr. Chairman, I would agree that if that's where we used to put the crow's nest, the portable crow's nest to do the fun night and stuff with. And that that grandstand is heavy. If that grandstand is working on that wall, we're gonna have a problem sometime. Yeah, I just don't know how, I took physics and I passed. But I don't know what the world is gonna do. I just think we probably should be kind of being in a hurry a little bit as fast as government goes. But I'd hate to see some structural damage to the grandstand.
Well, and another idea that I had was maybe we can sell blocks to bring in revenue that way, or just, say you own this many blocks, or we'll put your name on that many blocks or whatever that they donated to, something like that, but if we can get it going. And it would speed up that process a little bit, maybe.
Thanks.
I know the rock wall's aesthetically appealing, but does it need to go to concrete, like let's go to front of the grandstand for a more permanent potential solution than stacking rocks again?
Well, what I was thinking is the big cement
Blocks.
blocks.
This was last year. When we did gathered our bids for it before, we did a few options, and it was kind of a dealer's choice of the contractors. Do you want to do big blocks, little blocks? The old, stone or whatever, rocks. Yeah, it looked cool. It had some story behind it, but most of a large part of that are toast. And talking to some of the experts, it's not. It doesn't make sense to put that. So kind of the large rock blocks is kind of what most of them led to, being the simplest. then, you know, there had been a few points that wall been patched before. The old rocks is kind of, I think, the past years.
I'm gonna gently push back. You're looking at 110-year-old courthouse made out of same stone. You go all along Main Street, and it goes all along South Summit. Yes, there has been some replaced, but that's tough stone. It's tough stone. There is a history behind that. And putting cosmetic blocks back it may be appropriate, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is if there's a chance to save the wall in some way, you'll save yourself some heartache for some things.
We had, Francis look at it, I think it was right when I got on the board. It's gonna be a pretty big feat to put the sand rocks back, into play. It's gonna, the reason we kind of defaulted to the big blocks is because that's what the contractors pay, and probably the cheapest. When everything's said and done, time-wise, everything, and it'd be more structurally sound.
Is it gonna try to put a drain tile behind it? So it'll drain it away from the rock wall.
And, I mean, not to like, just to go throw them in a ditch somewhere, like, we have had ideas of, you know, that were like, one of the ideas was the flagpole where they are. When I was a kid, everybody still went over that to the open class, the flagpoles are still kind of in a centered location. It's not very centered anymore. We're talking about maybe moving them over to the northwest corner of the Kilpatrick Park area, and maybe doing some of those rocks over there to make the flags be more centered and to repurpose those rocks. There is a lot of tradition and history in the fairgrounds, and we don't want to throw away the pit, but come with times and repurpose them.
That's kind of why we want to have the walk through for the community and you guys to see, get ideas.
I think maybe your electrical issue, you might want to get somebody else to look at it and they can patch it until we solve the problem or plant a new post or whatever it is that you need to do. Get a crumb in the mud, or the pedestal falls over.
Yeah. Eventually there's some major thing.
Yeah.
Get it fixed, okay.
Appreciate it. I heard good things about the fair this year, so I think you guys did a good job.
Thanks. And I guess that's all we.
So I guess to not dispose of this deal on your sinking fund, do you want to start that process with Susie?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yes. We'll say, here, do it, Suze.
Yeah.
Tell me how that works out.
Walter, do you think you could video that for us?
You just did, I think.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll get with her and see if she can.
Okay.
Work that out.
Just one.
So at the livestock auction, the honey sold, the bucket, empty bucket and full bucket of honey for a pretty good price. Where does that money go?
It goes to the junior livestock and they put it back into the fairgrounds because they.
So it goes to the junior livestock board?
Yes. And what they do with it is that they upgraded the electricity in the beef barn and sheep barn for the big fans and coolers and.
Electricity and all three large animal barns, They redid the lights in the cell ring. They did quite a number of stuff, pretty big item stuff, with the honey from last time. So we're looking like kind of set the same goals with this ramp.
Could we get an inventory of that, please?
Of the
What occurred, just so we can, if insurance should ever come to us, we can explain, but we have it in a file for us too, so you have a file, we have a file.
And I think the only thing that we had to pay for is like $64 of the electricity, because Tornado Electric kind of donated some of their time on that. So.
Perfect, thank you.
Just so, this is for my clarification, so I understand. I thought all things to do with those buildings came through us. I thought we were responsible for repairs. So I'm confused that the junior livestock is just going out and doing what they want. Not that it's not, we're not thankful for what they do. But herein lies a big problem to me that, number one, liability of the work that's being done on our buildings in case of insurance or whatever. Number two, just us not knowing what's being done to the county buildings. So correct me if I'm wrong, I thought all repairs and maintenance of the buildings came through us. And we were responsible for it. If they wanted to help.
No, I think you're on the right path, and I don't know, it probably wouldn't be an issue for you folks to come and give us that. What basically what Marty was saying, this is what they would like to do with these funds, and just so we have a heads up on it, I guess. If you don't
Well, I'm
mind.
gonna tell you something. The reason why they don't give it to us for those buildings is because they don't want it taken away.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna take it away, and neither is anybody else on this board. We understand that it's for a good cause. So, but if they're gonna do permanent changes to the building, it's probably a good idea to let us know.
Okay, that's fine.
The new store. This is the one-stop shop. We have a pharmacy. We have a bootlegger's liquor. The deli, the food that you can get at a lunchtime is so amazing. The coffee shop. Certain Friday mornings, there's 30 people sitting here in all these chairs. This is the hub for people to come and visit, have their coffee, have their donuts. It's amazing what this area has done. Totally amazing.
Do permanent changes to the building, it's probably a good idea to let us know.
Okay, that's fine.
And again, what's the mechanism for us to take it back? We don't have a mechanism to do that. There's no way we can take it back. We don't touch it, we don't see it, we don't. All we have is a responsibility of those buildings. And so if we don't exactly know what's going, where we're at, we're happy to have them.
If you got it similar to your Friends Affair, we can't touch that,
We
you
can't
know.
touch it.
But we also need to know what Friends Affair is doing out there. On occasion, if they're spending money on something, it'd be nice to know.
I'm sure they're gonna be spending some on their memorial, so. I haven't got that.
Figured out yet?
Yep.
We'll chase it down.
They, said that they did receive something, but well, I talked to Nancy. But I have a call into Cassie, their treasurer. To make sure.
We'll chase it down.
And if I hear before you, I will let you know.
Perfect. Thank you, because that's another one, if there's been an upgrade to that building.
If that happens. Not yet. But we will let you know.
Since we're here, I got other big repairs that, I think the blue ones, do they come from Junior Livestock? The ones that they built,
The blue,
creatures? Or was that just,
that's just, I think that's just yours.
well, Junior Livestock paper?
Yeah, it is.
Besides electrical and the animal barns and stuff, they got a new scale, stuff like that. And This one's not even, there's not like hard attached to the structure of the building. We put new bleachers in, the indoor, with pavement and everything. They've been in since, we brought them in, no, it was last fall, last fall. And their slideway bleachers, I believe they came up to because they're blue, donation here. And we just got a new vacuum on right before the fair. So at the livestock sale, they were a great time because they were on a great display on there. And the vacuum and stuff, the farmer came through the spring and said, hey, we need to address that. We did address that. And they look great. They're a great position, great asset to the barn after we do everything.
So the fire marshal took issue with what on?
There's no backing on the bleachers.
Oh,
So-
so somebody was up the top of it.
And they fell off.
He also, the main issues he had with the indoor was the no backing on the new bleachers. We got that resolved, and then that brings up the occupancy of the building to the doors by the restrooms. We need to swap those out for like push button doors for easy exit. And we're working on getting that planned out and hashed out. To bring, because that's, that's kind of the door, you guys, or it's us, or
They're kind of confused on what's us and what's.
That's a part, I would consider that not a valve of the toilet or something.
It's on the structure,
Yeah.
right?
So it's just a knob on those doors right now,
yeah, so, I
right?
mean, I think it's the same door knobs that we're doing with ours.
A kid.
That'll work.
Probably there, turns out that the building was built in like 1983, 82, 81.
So maybe 3 of them. I was looking at this for a couple weeks ago, it needs to be,
I was in there when I was in high school, so it must have been about 81.
You got anything else? Thank you. Anybody got anything else for the fair board? Appreciate you guys coming.
Thanks.
I'm gonna sneak in here just to get stuff. I got
Yeah, earlier. Maybe you're out the only.
They were discussing the banner, that sort of thing.
I can hang around for a while. Maybe.
Visit with you during your 10:05 additionally about that inmate money. Real quick. Okay, EMS meeting. We had an EMS meeting last night in town here at City Hall or at Community Center. And it was well attended and I think went fairly well. I asked for a show of hands of individuals interested in moving forward with going to a board appointment by resolution, and it was unanimous in the building. I didn't see one person not raising their hand actually. That to start the process, not to start the process of the mills, but to start the process of a board it's for discovery of whether it's a good idea for the county or a bad idea.
I mean, from all the feedback that I've received in our meetings, I think I'd be in favor of directing the attorney to prepare a resolution, move move forward and get it started. That's kind of my feelings on it.
How many people did you want to be on board?
Is it 5 to 9, is that the number? This one.
We have a 9-member board, but I don't think ours has 9 members on it. It's very hard to get. You know, I like the diversity of opinions. I do like that, but when you can't see it, so I would probably be more apt to say 5. Could have 7. Same.
And that's the other, how do you, you're gonna have people that you're gonna have to appoint, you don't wanna make sure they're not conflicted somehow, but that joint powers board, we established that so that it was more of a county-wide board. And my only fear is, I guess, if we were to develop this board, I don't want to say this lightly, but Upton sometimes isn't the beneficiary of a lot of county projects that, I mean, when you've got 3,500 people living on one side of the county, a lot of times it gets difficult to, I mean, we have a little library here, which I'm super grateful for, but that's about it, you know, when it comes up to it. I would like to see personally some say on that board from this end of the county, knowing that we have an EMS group in Upton as well that could benefit from not just the city of Newcastle's, it's not their EMS group, but whatever is operating just out of the city of Newcastle, I guess. That's fine.
Well, I would add to that because you also have 2/3 of county residents that are not living within a city limit or a town limit, who have says too, you know. So I think that you just have to think that through of what the division would be of how we could try to cover the entire county.
I think that a lot of that's going to depend on who puts in for the positions, but I think certainly would be amiss if we don't keep that in mind, that we need a fair and equal, balanced board that represents Newcastle, Upton, Osage, and the rural community as a whole. I think 7 would be a good number, just because 5, realistically, this board's going to do a lot of work. They're going to have to do a lot of work, and it's going to take a lot of time. And the reality of boards, if you take 5, 2 may drop out, and you're down to 3. I think a 7 would allow us to be able to balance better as far as Upton, Newcastle, Osage, and rural. We could do a little bit more that way. Like I said, it's going to depend on who puts in for the position, and who we feel is. We don't want to just want anybody. We want people who have some kind of experience and knowledge to be capable of going forward with this. We want it to succeed if people want it to succeed. So,
how many tax districts are there?
Oh, my goodness. I remember the book.
What's the precinct numbers? That's 8 precincts. Could you tie it to a precinct somehow? I mean, you could still be the tadpole in the pond, you know, in some of those precincts, but at least you have some voice as long as you're included.
So Platte County already has an EMS district. I don't know if you
It's just chug water, wasn't it? It's just.
Chug water,
Portion
yeah.
of like it.
You should be able to get a couple copies from different places. I just pulled up the Joint Powers Board to see how we set that up, and it was a 5-member board, and we did the sheriff, the police chief here, and the Newcastle police chief, and then we had 2 at-large members. And so, you guys could kind of think about, there's Upton, Newcastle. I mean, do you want maybe some law enforcement on there? Would they have a little bit of a perspective on EMS calls and those kind of things? Do you want to get one from each of your communities and have a couple generally at-large? Someone from the county, someone from each city, and then maybe a couple at-large to kind of fill in a little bit of a mix if you needed to, that sort of thing. But I certainly could get a copy of a couple of the others around the state. Let's give us an idea. Probably send theirs out.
Mr. Chairman, I think this deserves a lot more conversation than a tough and 5 minute.
Let's add it to new business for meeting and see if we want to proceed forward with it. But in the meantime, we can do some thinking, and if you folks, Jeannie, can get some sort of preliminary deal maybe put together, and we can brainstorm how to move forward with the process. Gilbert, you guys haven't seen this because, well, you're aware of it. We've been discussing how come we don't have a generator at the courthouse. And Gilbert found a 100% grant for the courthouse to get a generator. And I found out about it Thursday, I think, last week. But he's looking for the board's approval to move forward with about a $90,000 deal.
Mr. Chairman, didn't we have a motion that we could go forward?
I thought we did.
That's fine.
We did have a motion.
I just don't know, he's, he texted or emailed last night, but last night he sent that email.
Yes.
That,
There's not a grant. He just wanted approval to move forward to apply for this grant that he found is 100%. He found out it's 100%.
But Mr. Chairman, I'm almost proof positive I don't have, if I had, I don't, that motion was made to pursue one.
I think you're right, because we asked him to look, so I'll just email him and you have to go for it, I guess.
The only summary take that I get from these is looking at my revenue report, I'm having trouble. How far are we in arrears with the
On Gilbert stuff,
Yeah.
grants, I don't have that one.
Last time was $97,000.
I'm Susie, sir.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that last one.
It should be in here. My brain is, oh, here we go.